welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting a new project and I'm going to be posting gel plate video sessions, kind of working my way through the rainbow. Today's video is all green paints minus this little beginning section where I'm getting this gold color off this paint lid because I wanted to close this paint up during this session and put it away. And if you haven't heard the sad news, this color is going away forever and it makes me want to cry. I just tried to buy a few bottles of it and I'm not sure it'll come in, so we will see. So I was just trying to use some of that paint on a previous paper and clean off my plate-ish before getting started with all of my greens. So here we go. So in this session, I am using a variety of different paints, different brands, but I'm trying to stay within this family of green colors. For the paper in this video, I am using a Biggie sketch pad paper. It's like 18 by 24, I believe, and I have cut it into fourths. And then off to the right, I always have my Canson mixed media pad. It's like a 9 by 12. And that's where I rub my brayer over with my excess paint. That stencil that I just used there is from the Crafter's Workshop. I am struggling to find it anywhere online, but I will link their website below if you want to search through any of their stencils to find something similar. And as always, I have all my supplies linked below for you the best I can. But if you guys ever have any questions, let me know. YouTube even has that cool feature where you can attach the minute mark from where your question is for. That's super helpful because I can click on that and jump to the exact spot where your question came from. So you'll notice I used my stencil in a couple different ways. Sometimes I leave the stencil on and brayer over it, and sometimes I will put the paper even then on top of the stencil. That time I just kind of left like a little imprint from the stencil on the gel plate and picked up the stencil really quickly. So I encourage you guys to experiment like that. You don't always have to use your stencils in the same exact way. There's a lot of different ways that you can play around and experiment to get different effects on the top of your paint and with your papers. And you'll also notice too, sometimes I put paint down first, then the stencil, or the stencil first, then the paint. All different things you guys can play around with. This is one of my favorite stencils. That is from Stencil Girl. So for this one, I mixed up white and green to get this really pretty light green color. And you'll notice that I was sitting there kind of swirling the paint all together, moving my brayer around in a circular motion rather than just rolling back and forth. Sometimes I feel like you get a better mix that way. And of course, I do not always use just stencils. Here I am using some trash. This held some of my favorite Irish biscuits. And I when we go home, quote unquote home, my husband's home, when we go there for Christmas, which is in Cork, Ireland, I usually go to the store and find all my favorite goodies, cookies, aka biscuits, and bring those back. And so I was having my favorite little biscuits and tea, and I realized this container's pretty cool. I think I'm going to use it on my gel plate. I'm sure you guys know exactly what that's like. So, speaking of Ireland, this video was actually all filmed on St. Patrick's Day this year. So I was doing a gel play session up in my studio and realized, hello, it's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I should do all green paints. And here we are. So notice on this, I am laying down this cool cardboard piece, and then I'm slightly pushing up or down. That way, some of the areas it looks like little lines. See that slight little push? I mean, you're like moving the paint down or up, and then some of the areas it's just a little like stamp or imprint. So then when you do this next pull, some areas you can see through easier than others. I love that one. This piece here is a trivet that I think I got from the dollar store a long time ago. And this is from a coin box. So rolled coin comes in boxes like that at the bank. I work at a bank, and so I like the all the little circles that are on that cardboard box. So you know, if you're over in the bank and you want to ask one of your bank tellers, they would probably gladly give you one of those boxes. Because every time they get shipments of coin, they come in those coin boxes that have those cool circles on top. As always, I don't always try to make like a perfect layer of paint. Sometimes I let the brayer kind of leave like little spots or lines. Okay, I think I'm throwing in some gold. So that's not necessarily green, but it definitely kind of goes with that St. Patrick's Day vibe, in my opinion. And I think it's fair. Green mixed with gold, white, black mixed with the other colors. That I'm still staying within my assignment. It's another stencil that I love. I believe that's also the Crafter's Workshop. Alright, so I am using my dryer very loosely and quickly on that, which I know will probably send some people in a tizzy. But that's how I roll. This project was also really fun to reach for all these different shades of the same color. It makes you realize how many different paints you have. And it's a nice little reminder to use all of them. Here I'm just using a wadded up paper towel to kind of stamp up some of the paint to add some texture. If you do use a little dryer like that, I highly recommend you just do little spurts, go quick, fast, and I kind of like do that at a distance. And I just remembered too that even my nails were green for St. Patrick's Day while I filmed this. If you are a person that likes to get your nails done, that nail color is actually more of like a blue, like a tealish blue, and it has that unichrome color on top of it. So if you ever want to ask your nail person to do a color similar to that and you want to play around with that unichrome on your nails, it is really cool the way it reacts. I had done those nails special for my birthday and then also kind of, for St. Patrick's Day. I don't normally go that like extra fun on my nails. So this is one of those examples where I did some of the paint on top. And you'll notice that the more I brayered, it was kind of like pulling some and adding the gold. But it's still allowing that shape of the stencil to show. And the gold is letting it all kind of like shimmer. So we are at the end here, and I will take you guys through each piece that I created in this session of greens. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Chat with me in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And let me know which color you guys think I should do next. I'm thinking blue. If you are new to my channel, at this time I currently have one online course. It's called Layered Landscapes, Painting with a Gel Plate. I will link that below as well. So if you're interested in creating beautiful layered landscape paintings using your gel plate, sign up for that. I'd love to have you there. And I'm currently working on my next online course, creating mixed media earrings with a gel plate. So keep an eye out for that. I hope to be launching that within the next month or so. And have a great day and happy creating!